Hello again. In this video, I would like to show you where to go to get more information about your semester project and give you some explanation about it. So let me share the screen and you can see this better. Okay. Share the screen. Here. Okay, so you should be seeing a picture or my desktop, which shows the syllabus. And of course, by this time, you've already looked over the syllabus, but let's just take a quick look at it. By clicking on this link, we can see it. You probably already downloaded it. Going to page 4, you will see, bottom of page 4, Semester Project 1 Interview Report. There's only one semester project, and this is it. At the bottom of page 4. In this, for your semester project, you are to interview a person of your choice in one of the following stages of career or vocational development, either a college student, a recent college graduate, an unemployed person, or someone who is contemplating a job transition. So you should meet with the interviewee, the person you're interviewing, twice. The interview will occur during the first meeting. That's when you're going to collect the data. In the second meeting, you will provide counseling for that person's career or vocational decision-making process or their career search. And then on page 5, it has the details of this. You'll see there's 8 components in writing the report, and I will be sharing with you questions next week to ask of your interviewee. It's going to be overall 10 to 13 pages, although I've had people submit 25 to 30 pages, and that's okay too. It's just that you cannot do a complete and thorough job in less than 10 pages. It needs to be APA style, and it should be written in third person or passive voice to mirror how you would write a report or case study in any kind of therapeutic situation. Standard margins, 12-point font. I recommend Times New Roman, Arial, Verdana, something that's common, just not something like Clown or ancient Deutsch, Pfälzisch Deutsch, that's difficult to read. So there's also a rubric I want to show you. And this shows you when we go here back to syllabus. Here you see this semester project interview report rubric. We click on that, you can download it, but you can also see here are all the components that go into that. There are 8 components plus a cover page and aspects of the paper. A cover page, narrative description, history and additional information, theoretical discussion, and so forth. And each of these tells you what an advanced report will look for that particular component section, what would be proficient, what would be basic, and what is not acceptable. And you can see for each of them and how well it conforms to APA style, etc. It's worth 100 points out of your total 400 for the semester. So it's a quarter of your grade for the semester. So that is all right here in the syllabus tab online under the rubric. And again, let's go back to the syllabus one more time, because I want to bring out a little bit more information on that. And so again, bottom of page 4 is where the information about this semester project begins. And again, there are 8 components. You'll see them all right here. Even tells you, in addition to what the 8 components are, tells you about how many pages it takes to do a good job of explaining that. So the first component is a narrative description of the person that you're interviewing about their career choices or decision-making and their circumstances. And that you'll do that, take about 1 to 2 pages to do that narrative description of their current circumstances, such as maybe they have just been laid off a job after 5 years. And now they're very much thinking, instead of being a welder, maybe they want to go back to school. You're going to pull that in. Now, the second component is information learned from that interview regarding their vocational history. And that's where you could go back if they were a welder and find out what they did, more about welding or how they got there. At least a page for that. Information learned from the interview regarding career or vocational goals. This is the third component. And this might also include indecisiveness about these goals. that is why they're probably coming to you. For component 4, any additional pertinent information that you learned from the interview, maybe background, family, additional constraints, if that's relevant, put those in here. Component number 5, discussion of the interviewee's career decision-making process in light of one or more of the theories that we are learning about in this class. So it could be Krumboltz, it could be Supers, it could be Holland, but you want to, or more than one too. Typically, I use multiple when I describe things. And you're going to use those to apply to what you're seeing is happening in this person, because that gives it structure and it gives it goals. So that's component 5. Component 6 of your paper will be to identify identification of the career inventories that you think would be beneficial to this person and your rationale as to why. It may take more than one. It could easily take more than one. And by the way, you will be asked to take the Focus 2, which is you can access online for free at RSU because you're a student. All your tuition goes towards that. And component 7 is discussion of the aspects of the calling that your interviewee's calling to his or her career or vocation. And then finally, this is the big part, concepts from the textbook of career counseling and development and our casebook that you think would be most helpful to that interviewee. How did you explain these concepts in your second meeting? And please note that this section of your paper is application oriented. Be practical, things that you might suggest he do, doing the flower exercise, etc. Well, that's going to be 3 to 4 pages. So you can see 10 pages is going to go fast. So again, let me see, this is all information is on here, pages 4 and 5. It is, here you'll see, it is 100 points and 25% of your semester grade. And when you come down to look at the course schedule, you'll notice that I've highlighted in yellow all the components 1 through 8, where I recommend you have them done throughout the semester. You will not turn in these smaller components 1 through 8, but this just helps you keep on track. This is your first semester in graduate school. Sometimes it's nice to have someone show you the way. Here's how to keep on track. So by week 2, you should have picked out and scheduled the interviewee that you're going to conduct the interview out of class. By the end of the month, in another month, you should have actually completed it. And again, next week, I'll be sharing questions you can ask. You may pick other questions, but I will be giving you some. And you will then notice week 5, you want to have summarized what occurred in that meeting. You want to summarize it while it's fresh on your mind. By week 7, you want to have summarized their career goals and the information, because then you're almost halfway through the semester. Week 8 is exam 2, and then you're halfway through the semester. By week 9, you want to start describing their decision-making process and starting applying the theories that by then you'll have learned quite a few. By week 11, we're 3/4 of the way, almost through the semester, and you will want to be recommending inventories and describing them for your interviewee, because by the next week, you want to hold that second interview with him or her, they, to give them, it's this counseling session, to summarize some practical aspects of your recommendations for them, including inventories they may take for further exploration, exercises, guidance, what to look out for, etc. And then you'll notice that semester this is the first time you turn in anything for the project, and that would be week 16, the week before final exams. And by the way, we don't have a final exam in here. In this class, we have a paper, and most weeks we have forum discussions and we have 3 exams. So I will be walking you through each week, letting you know, reminding you what is required and what to be looking for. But this is a fun class, and you can see by following the syllabus, you will see what you'll be learning, the subject matter, the activities and the assessments, the course learning objectives. And this is where we are. Please let me know if you have questions. I want to answer them, and I'll be seeing you soon.